Welcome to the Melt Uncut.
We are your hosts, Sarah.
And Isabella.
That felt so corporate. I swear this podcast is not very corporate at all, actually.
Yeah, I've been anxiously looking at our volume meter because we've had a couple issues recording today.
So I actually just turned mine down, so I think this is actually a better level, perhaps.
Should I turn mine down
Yeah, you
too?
should turn yours down, see what happens. Thanks
Okay.
for bearing with us. Okay, try it again.
Well, we'll try what again?
Okay, I think yours is good now. Okay, let's do that again.
Welcome to the Melt Uncut.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Isabella. And we are your hosts.
Yes, that was better. That was less corporate.
Okay, perfect. This is uncut, so you're going to see everything.
Yes. We also have in exchange for soup, we have caramel here today because we are recording from my living room.
Yep.
Which is very dark. So we were considering actually turning on our camera for this episode to get some cute footage from, except it's raining and it's Seattle, so there is no light in wintertime.
Yes.
So here we are.
The lighting is just not it now.
I hear people calling it the big dark.
The big dark?
Yeah, which is funny because we just had like 2.5 weeks of the most glorious sunlight, and now people are like, oh, the big dark is back.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds very, I don't know if you've seen Lost, but the like dark swirling cloud thing. I'm in season 3 of Lost. I haven't seen all of it, but
I've never seen Lost. I just know Ian Somerhalder.
Yes.
That's my only contribution to that topic.
Thank you for your contribution.
Of course. But yeah, I guess let's start off today's episode with something that we forgot to do in the last episode, which is actually pretty important.
There's actually 2 things that we forgot to do.
Okay, what was the other thing?
I will do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we would like to discuss the MELT, because it's actually an acronym, and we just completely passed that over last time. So we decided, as a part of our community building, sleepover vibes, hang out with your besties, we wanted it to feel lovey-dovey, caring, kindness, community, that kind of whole vibe. So the MELT actually stands for May Everyone Love Togetherness. So we're really trying to get the whole community vibe down here. We want to be friends with everyone.
Yes.
We want everyone to be friends with everyone. So that's where we're coming from here.
Yes. So yeah, may everyone love togetherness. We completely dropped the ball last time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I guess there's 2 more things. Another thing, I completely forgot to mention her last episode. Sarah mentioned she's an only child.
Oh,
I
yes.
have a sister. Her name is Abriana, and she is the joy of my life, and I love you, baby boo. And I'm sorry I forgot to mention you.
Did she call you out on that?
Yes. So we gotta make sure to include Abriana in this episode.
Yes, I'm sure we will include her in many episodes.
She is my younger sister. I am the oldest.
I'm kind of I guess
you're older than me.
I'm older, but in terms of the monster ranking,
I'm
monster number
true.
3.
I am monster number 1. So Sarah's oldest by 5 days. Drink
my Olipop Classic root beer.
Yes, that is what we're drinking today.
We only had 1 can, so we are both splitting it.
Yes. And I'm also currently holding a spatula for my microphone.
So this is our setup here.
Yes.
It's very
fun. But yeah, so my dad used to call me monster number 1 growing up, and Abriana monster number 2. And then Sarah came along and became monster number 3, even though she is technically the oldest. So
I am a part of the monster family.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yep. She's top in birth order. However, I'm top in monster order. So do with that information what you will.
What was the third thing?
How are you today?
Oh. Woo. How am I today? It's been a really interesting day.
Yeah.
It started getting woken up by some hate comments on Instagram about my visit to Target yesterday. And before I get more hate comments for that, I was using gift cards from our wedding. So that's a whole other topic to get into. I don't really want to get into it. But moral of the story, don't expect yourself to be perfect.
Don't expect others to be perfect.
Yes, and don't check your phone first thing in the morning.
Also, approach with curiosity. That's going to be a theme.
Yes, it's a theme. It is the theme. The
Mm-hmm.
theme of 2025 is we are approaching with curiosity. We're
Yeah.
not assuming things about others, approaching with curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I can't complain because I've been co-working with Iz today and it's been quite fun. And she's watched me throw my little tantrums on the floor today, getting angry at.
There was a moment where she goes, I need to go do tummy time. Like she's a freaking 5-month-old.
Well, you get it. You work with well people who work with kids, but you did work with kids
That's true.
for a lot of your life. So
I did.
here we are. But how was your day?
It's honestly, today's the best day so far out of the week. It's been a really, really tough week. Um, I work in the community college realm, so executive orders have affected at least people that I work with and kind of the vibe and culture of my work currently. So it's been pretty hard to navigate and kind of just deal with. And it's emotionally exhausting and physically exhausting. And, well, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just, it's a lot.
it's a lot.
And yeah, hopefully we can help provide an hour of escape almost.
Yes, I actually have a good segue
Mm-hmm.
into our next topic.
Okay.
So, a brand called Wanderlands. They're like a trail mix brand. Their stuff is amazing, by the way. Highly recommend trying their trail mixes. They sent me some PR along with 3 postcards, which had been stamped. So I was like, it would be a waste to not send these 3 postcards. So I thought to, spread a little joy to some people this week by sending them unhinged postcards. um, Isabella, would you like to recall which postcard I sent you?
Okay. So, first off, we're doing one good moment from the week.
Yes.
And this
Yes.
is my one good moment from the week was receiving this postcard. And it was a random postcard, not signed by anyone. And this postcard says, "Why can't a T-Rex clap their hands?"
Tell us.
Because they're extinct.
So I really hope whatever male person was delivering this postcard to you also saw this joke and it also made their week.
So yeah, that was my good moment from the week
Yep.
was receiving that postcard. And I mean, I knew it was a Sarah because of her handwriting, but she didn't sign her name or anything.
No, I just sent it. And I sent 2 to my parents as well. And I sent them inside jokes between us, like between my parents and I, and they both didn't get it. Like they received the postcard, they just didn't understand the inside joke.
Maybe it's not an inside joke.
No, I swear
Maybe
it
it's
is.
just a Sarah joke.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So they didn't really understand it. They just think I'm kind of nuts, but that's okay.
They know you're nuts.
They know I am. I am. I admit it. I guess my one good moment from the week is we were invited to see the Seattle Kraken play, or Michael and I were invited to see the Seattle Kraken play, which is Seattle's hockey team. And I had never been to a hockey game before. I think I expected it to be a lot more violent than it was. That's all I knew about hockey before this week.
Hockey is fun.
It
Go
was really fun.
Bruins.
It was really fun. And honestly, what connection do you have with who are the what?
Bruins.
What connection do you have with the Bruins?
Boston.
Oh. Okay.
It's where my love for hockey began.
Okay. I'm here for it. Yeah, their PR team really needs, or their marketing PR team needs a raise with the Seattle Kraken because it was outstanding. They had Nirvana references, like they were getting in local Seattle artists to design their artwork. It was fun. It was a good time. Our mascot, Bowie, is the love of my life. I didn't think I could be so in love with the mascot, but here we are.
He was also someone's Hear Me Out when we did a Hear Me Out cake last week.
Yeah, that was also fun. We haven't talked about that.
That was fun. One of our friends hosted a Hear Me Out cake shindig, And it had a really good turnout, and
Yeah.
we were just surrounded by people we appreciate and who hopefully appreciate us.
Hopefully. Keyword. That's been the energy for today.
Yes.
No, it was a really fun time. Um, the cake was delicious
It
also.
was phenomenal. With permission from the person who made it, I might post it on our story just so y'all can see it.
Yeah, she did a really good job. It looked
Because,
professional.
yeah, she killed it.
She really did. Okay, well, maybe we should segue into our topic for today.
Well, do we have any general life
Oh, general life
updates?
updates. That's a good point. We did make a note about that.
Yeah. I'd say generally, I found out that I'm severely iron deficient. Well, I knew that, but
It was confirmed.
it was confirmed. I had a minor dental procedure and they didn't have to numb me, which was fantastic.
No. You requested to not be numbed because she wanted to eat soup for dinner, not the cat, a bowl of soup, instead of a smoothie. So, because of her preference for dinner, she chose to not be numbed for a not a root canal, a tooth canal. So they were drilling into her mouth. So, yeah, next time you're complaining about some minor pain, think about this girl who turned down drugs because she wanted soup for dinner.
Well, they told me I couldn't have anything hot because there was a chance I could burn myself.
Well, just dip your finger in there and see.
Well, I also just didn't want that feeling on my tongue, and like I didn't want to be drooly, and I just numbing is great when it is needed. I just didn't think it was needed in this
Okay,
situation.
respect.
And like
Mad respect for that.
a couple seconds of pain, super duper worth the like
The soup.
hours. Yeah, the soup and the not hours being numb and just
I
with
think
my
it's
tongue.
fun. It's an enrichment.
I
It's a new
can't.
feeling.
I
It's fun.
can't. I hate it. Well, I hate it when it's not necessary. When it's necessary, appreciate numbing.
Okay, that's fair.
You know?
That's fair. General life updates. Were those all of yours?
I think
Was there any
so.
more?
Oh, last night I left my Prozac and magnesium on the counter, like my supplements slash medication, because I had to go take a fat duty. And I come back and my medication is off of the counter. And I look on the ground and I find one magnesium supplement pill. And I was like, crap, Soup ate my Prozac and Soup ate a ton of magnesium. So then I spend the next hour and a half crawling all over the floor looking for any pills I can. I find both of my Prozacs, so that was good.
Okay,
And I
good.
found 2 out of the 3 magnesiums.
Okay.
So one magnesium is still unaccounted for.
Okay.
So we'll see kind of.
Yes.
Oh, another update.
Okay.
I have a lot of updates.
Good.
I have a porch pirate
Oh, when you
who's
sent me that video yesterday, that might have been the ickiest thing I've ever seen.
yeah, who's been terrorizing my life for the past month and a half, since December 9th, actually. I filed 4 police reports at this point because they have stolen 4 packages. And I finally flippin' caught the person on a Ring camera. And let me tell you, she's wearing a wackadoodle wig, some like random ass leggings, and it looks like she's wearing a leather jacket with nothing underneath.
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
It was bizarre. And she just walked up to my house like she freaking owned the place, picked up my iron, and left.
Your iron pills, not your iron for clothes. Iron pills, right?
Yes.
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 Maybe she has iron deficiency too.
How would she know?
Maybe she has access to your Amazon.
How would she know? Yeah. So finally got the video footage, finally could send something of substance to the police, posted it on the Ring neighborhood and the Facebook of the community that I live in.
Wild.
Sent it to the HOA.
Good. Good.
I'm so over it.
How iconic would it have been? Did you catch her in like live time?
No.
That would have been incredible if you did and you turned your voice thing on and said, like, the police are on the way. Authorities have been notified.
I honestly, I pulled up to my house, I kid you not, 4 minutes after this instance happened.
Oh,
So, ugh, yeah. I do jujitsu occasionally, and the moves, I wish I could have locked her into until the
I think you
appropriate
could have won.
authorities
I
arrived.
think you could have won.
Well, like, I'm not trying to, like, beat the person up.
No, no,
I'm
no.
just trying to, like,
Put them in a
restrain
lock. Put them in a
them.
lock.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
until the authorities
You
come.
would have been successful, I believe.
I believe it too.
Well, very exciting.
So those are my updates. It was kind of long.
My life has not been that interesting this week. I'm reading Malibu Rising.
Love it.
Which it's taken me years to start that book, but I did. And I actually really, really like it and is not at all what I expected it to be. Mick Riva sucks.
Uh-huh.
Sucks big time. Yeah. Maybe we should do like a book episode one day.
I'm super down. We read a lot of the same books.
We do. We do. Iz was the one who told me I should read Malibu Rising in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
I'm a big Taylor Jenkins Reid girly.
Yeah.
And it's so basic, but like Emily Henry,
I love her stuff.
Sarah J. Maas. I'll get into it a little further, but Layla Saeed, we'll talk about that.
Okay, we'll discuss later. But yeah, lots of reading, lots of hobbying. I've gotten into aquariums, so we'll also touch on that a little bit later in this episode.
This is Fish Girl 2.0.
Fish Girl 2.0. Lots of home cooking because we're doing more of that this year. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that for my general week updates. It's been a lot of admin work this week. Oh, I got a YouTube video up.
Woo-hoo.
So that was fun.
I still need to watch it.
Yes. It was a good time. It's okay. So yeah, I think that's a good opportunity then to segue into our topic for the day, is the ins and outs of 2025. And we recognize we're a little bit late to this. It's January 31st. So we're just going to time it with
the Lunar New Year.
Yes.
So this is the ins and outs for the year of the snake. Yes. So happy Lunar New Year to everyone and their families.
Yes. I feel like I didn't really touch on this on social media much at all. But yeah, I think it's very interesting that living in San Diego, we never really heard about Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
And now that we live here where there is a lot more, I would say, general Asian population, they do celebrate Lunar New Year. Not stereotyping, maybe you don't, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's really nice to have just more celebrations.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like at the Kraken game, they had an entire Lunar New Year design, and they brought a local artist out to make like a snake design that like people were wearing on their jerseys, and it was super cool. So it's really fun to just have that extra like cultural perspective experience that we just never really experienced before. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, so we're tying this all in together.
Yeah, so before we get started to our ins and outs, what's your recap of 2024?
My recap of 2024, just to get like a base of where we're coming from, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, 2024 was a year and a half. I started content creation, which is something that I had never done before. So this was basically me stepping away from what I was doing for what I got a degree in. So basically everything I thought I was going to do, which was architecture, completely leaving that and now stepping into the content creation field. So that meant me learning everything about the Instagram algorithm and learning about video editing, hooks, call to actions, all this stuff. So it was a lot of self-learning, was probably a huge theme for me of 2024. Getting familiar with Seattle was a big one. We moved into our apartment in Seattle in late 2023. So I think 2024 was really the year of putting down roots and getting established. And I actually saw this TikTok a few months, maybe a year ago, about someone believes that they need to stay in a place for 3 years to fully get to know it and understand it. And after seeing that video, it's really changed my perspective on living in where we live now in Seattle, because the first year is really spent, I guess, kind of taking in What happened?
Oh, my.
Screensaver. Okay, we're
Yep.
good. We're good. Oh, thought I thought the battery went out. It's like, oh, not again. um, but the first year is really about getting your bearings, exploring, checking it out. The second year is about, I guess, making friendships and connections in the community. And the third year is all about really putting down roots and like blossoming in this community. So I would say Michael and I are at maybe a year and a half here in Seattle, like Seattle City proper. And I think that's really true. Honestly, I think last year was truly about exploring, getting our bearings, finding the places we liked, making a few friends here and there. But I really feel like in 2025, albeit we are moving in June. So we're not going to do that 3-year cycle exactly, but I really do feel like I have become a part in the community that we live in. So that's been really cool.
Can I just say that I am so excited to live somewhere for 3 years? It's been a hot second.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You have not.
I mean, I'm gonna start over in July, but
Yeah. Is that when your lease is up?
yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Very interesting. So maybe we should, yeah, well, we're going to figure that out because
Hmm.
we have decided that we need to be neighbors
Exactly.
for our entire lives. So we'll be 90 and knocking on each other's doors
We
and
actually want to start a commune.
communion.
I saw a post the other day. So we grew up Catholic, so this is like Catholic humor. And it was like, how many communions do I have to eat the full body of
I
Jesus?
sent that to you.
So if like this brilliant second grader came up with this for
Oh,
sure.
too good. Too good. Um, I guess my last recap of 2024 was getting married. So obviously that was a very big life step. And I didn't think it would feel that different because we had been dating for 5 years at that point. So I was like, oh, it'll just feel more official, I guess. But it really genuinely does feel really different. And I think that that was kind of the perfect way to launch myself into 2025 and kind of do a whole new year, new me sort of deal. And with that, I mean boundaries.
Hell yeah.
A lot of boundaries, which like are a really good thing. So yes, that is me. That is my 2024. I'm gonna hand the spatula, well, she's holding it, the mic over to Iz. For how was your 2024?
Ups and downs for sure. Started off 2024 being a bowling legend at my local bowling league. Then the entire bowling alley got bought out and demolished. So rip my bowling legend
I
status.
loved that bowling alley.
Me too. I experienced my first sad girl winter, so now I take sad girl walks. Because yeah, seasonal affective disorder is real. And I remember at some point in April, the like sun came out and it was actually warm, and I went outside and felt it on my face and experienced joy, and I forgot what joy felt like.
It makes you like enjoy. No, it makes you appreciate the sun so much more.
Yes, yeah. And I also just didn't realize how angry I was getting with the world until I felt that joy again. And I was like, oh, so this is seasonal affective disorder. Okay, I broke up with my ex. I got my cat Soup, the love of my life. I actually didn't get her. Remember, I hatched her.
Right, right, right.
Um, Yep. It was giant wedding season last year. My ex's brother got married, my cousin got married,
Our
our friends
friends
got
got
married,
married.
and Sarah got married.
Yes.
I finally got a full time job in my field.
Mhm.
Previous to that, I was
Hooray.
working 3 to 4 part times. Um, ever since I had moved to Seattle, before I moved to Seattle, I was working one full time and a part time while also going to school. I'm still in school, it's a thing. But yeah, just
Yeah.
I'm finally just working one job, and it's been since 2021.
Yeah, I don't know how you've managed to balance all of these jobs the way you have. It is
The
remarkable.
answer is burnout, and now I get home and just rot my brain watching
Okay.
whatever I want to watch
I love it.
/ doing homework because I am also still in school. And I almost bought a house, but then I didn't. So we're just gonna, yep, moving on.
Yes, we're moving on.
All right, so now we're gonna go with our ins and outs. We're starting with our outs and ending with our ins because we're ending with positivity, people.
Yes,
we
we
need it,
are.
especially after this week. My
Amen.
freaking goodness. So me is Isabella, Izzy. I go
Agent
by
I.
Agent I, yep. I go by many names, Bella too. But yes, so my outs, starting with expensive skincare and makeup. I'm an eczema girly. Hello, my name is Isabella, and I have eczema. And I just need to accept the fact that I'm not going to be like those cool Instagram, YouTube, TikTok girlies with their fancy skincare. I am a CeraVe girly.
I love that. I don't think having expensive skincare and makeup is what makes you cool, though.
I just I just want to try cool, fancy, fun
That's
products.
fair. It's a vibe.
It's
It's a
totally
vibe, but I think CeraVe is also a vibe too.
fair enough. Drink. But yeah, so that's that. I get eczema around my eyes and on my cheeks and literally everywhere on my body. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, another major out, men. Literally enough said. Like actually just F men. Com-
Unless you're Michael, we love you.
Debatable. No, I'm just kidding. Michael's cool. Yeah, men have just been the vein of my existence, and I'm reminded by that every time I log into Bumble and I see the messages, and I'm just appalled.
Can we just take a moment and mention how this girl will go on dating apps just to troll men?
We mentioned that last
We
episode.
did?
Yeah.
Well, we're mentioning it again because she's an animal on the apps. Watch out, men. You don't want to mess with her.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm so over it. Okay. Also an out is control. My mantra / 4 years of therapy have led to this phrase that I repeat constantly and is, can I control it? Yes or no. If it's a yes, then I do whatever. If it's a no, then I need to let it the F go.
Love it.
Enough said. Another out, white supremacy, specifically in
That's a
education.
big out.
Well, big out, just white supremacy everywhere. Super done with it. I, yep, but I'm doing a lot of work in the education realm to dismantle white supremacy and hopefully create systems that benefit all students instead of just a specific subset of students because yep, okay, never mind. I was going to get into it and how like Eurocentric and male based our education system is, but we ain't got time. Another out, doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Am I good at this? Very good at doom scrolling.
I think most of us are,
Um,
unfortunately.
have I been good about leaving this out? Not so much. Whatever. Another out, immaturity, especially coming from men, but also women. If you have a problem, freaking talk about it.
Yep.
Please stop sweeping it under the rug. Please stop belittling other people. Just just talk about it. Be a human. We're all humans.
Yep.
Okay. Things that make us feel icky, drinking too much, working too much, workouts we don't enjoy.
That's another big one.
Yeah, like stop. Stop. You're only here on this earth, at least from your own memory, once. So you might as well do crap you enjoy.
Yes.
Finally, announce our trends. I just want to do what makes me happy. Okay.
Okay. I'm just like sitting here like nodding like
Yeah.
preach it girl, amen.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Chug, bitches.
I feel like something I'm going to be doing on this podcast a lot is whatever we're drinking, I have to say the name of it as fast as I possibly can.
Go
Remember,
for
I was
it.
doing that for our root beer, no, our ginger beer last
Yeah,
time, and
the
it was a really long name. I already said
TK's.
our name of our drink. It's an Olipop Classic root beer, which is not that long or hard of a name. Anyways, my outs. Let's see. I have a really bad habit of checking social media stats every 5 minutes, like seeing how videos are performing across Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So if I can just stop checking that, maybe do it once a day, I think that would be a lot healthier because it really doesn't matter. Me checking it every 5 minutes isn't going to make the view count go up. So we're going to stop that. Another one that I have been noticing myself doing a lot is aimlessly watching Instagram stories. And I feel like we talk about doom scrolling a lot, but I think that also extends to doom tapping on stories because I find myself deep in stories and I'm like, do I even know who these people are?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely be mindful of stories you're watching, but also obviously watch the Melt Uncut
Yes,
stories.
of course, of course. I think it's fine to like watch stories of your circle,
Mm-hmm.
but once you start going to the people's stories that you went to elementary school with, that you talk to like once or twice, that's where it's like, do you need to be in, like, it's fun to follow people. I'm not saying unfollow these people. I'm just saying, do you need to know every single detail of their life and what they're doing in this moment?
Yes. Yeah.
It's, yeah.
So random. A shout out to our girl Callie,
Callie?
the winner of the $10.
Callie!
Yeah, Callie.
Yes.
Who guessed the number of tattoos that I have correctly. And if you're wondering how many that is, go check out her Instagram post.
Yes, yes. We do giveaways, I guess. Well, I guess we do giveaways now sometimes. So that's another reason you should follow us on Instagram at the Melt Uncut because we give you money occasionally. Tax-free money, baby.
We love it.
We love it. Some more of my outs are putting off tasks that take 5 minutes or less to do. If you have dishes that need to be taken out of the dishwasher, take them out. If you have a small load of laundry that needs to be folded, fold it. If you have some shoes that need to get put away, put them away. If you just wait for everything to get done later, it's not going to get done and you're going to be more stressed. And when I say you, I mean me. Because that's something Michael and I are working on over here is trying to be better about putting things away as soon as we take them out of their place and doing 5 minute tasks.
Amen. I feel like this is a good habit to get into, especially when everything has a place.
Yes.
So then you just quickly like know exactly where it goes.
It needs a home.
Yep.
Yeah. I think your phone also needs a home as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. I learned that in a, oh boy, environmental unplugged phone use workshop I went to with Fjall Raven last year.
Bougie.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. The nature unplugged people are very cool. They actually went to USD, so go Toreros.
No way. Yeah, I don't have a place for my phone, but I do have a phone jail for my students.
Yes, so you need that for yourself too. Like you need to
a cute little phone jail.
That would be really cute.
Yeah.
Okay, we should make these.
Maybe we should host a craft night with everyone.
That'd be fun.
That could be
I have ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about this.
Okay.
But yeah, get your phone charger, put it on the opposite side of your apartment, house, studio, wherever you live, and that's its home. Leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to leave that spot unless you're like leaving the house, of course.
Or car. You could live in a van.
Yes, you could live in a van. At the other side of your van.
Brianna lives in a van.
She's living the life.
She really is. She went to Yosemite the other day.
I saw that.
And cool. Just like climbed in the snow and did her whole van life and
I love it.
And peed in water bottles.
Brianna's an icon. We'll have her on here sometime. Whenever she's in Seattle next, we'll get her on here.
Did I tell you about the the infraction that my dad found the other day?
Yes.
So funny. My sister got an infraction from school, like a notice sent home, because in kindergarten, so she's 5 years old, she got in trouble for trying to kiss a boy. And they sent home a full-on infraction.
They said, you need to check your daughter.
It was wild.
I love when just memories from the past come up like that in a physical manner,
Yeah. I
you
just
know?
also, how crazy is the school to do that?
Yeah. Like,
Like, she's 5. Come on.
uh, lovely. I'm trying to look at my list. Okay, putting off tasks. Check. Overfilling my plate of to-dos for the day. I'm going to talk about this again because it's a great book, Do Less by Kate Northrup. Um, you don't need to overfill your plate. It's not going to make you more successful that day, and there's no award for not resting. We're going to let that sink in. There is no award for not resting. So running yourself into exhaustion and sickness is really not worth it. So do less. My next out is chocolate. I love chocolate. Please don't come at me for this. People have been coming at me all day today and I can't do any more of it. Chocolate. My skin reacts so poorly to cocoa butter specifically. I can eat cocoa powder, no problem. The like fattiness in cocoa butter freaks my skin out to the point where I will break out for 2 weeks straight. So
That's
yeah,
so sad.
I know. And I have another friend who has this as well. So it is a thing. So if you experience breakouts and you literally eat pretty well, you exercise, you do all the skincare you need to do, and if you're still experiencing breakouts and you cannot figure out why, try cutting out chocolate for a month and see what happens. Well, cocoa butter. You can have as much cocoa powder as you want, but just try it.
I literally ate an entire chocolate bar last week.
That makes me want to cry because
And
I love chocolate so much.
like on my drive home.
That is so sad. Carob chips for the win.
Yum.
Another one is pleasing others isn't out this year. I'm going to be authentically myself, and if people don't like about it, people don't like it. If people, what did I write? And if people don't like it, okay, yeah, I'm going to be myself this year. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not changing. My dad is a prime example of this. He is kind of like a no BS guy.
He don't give an F as to what other people think.
No, I think there's a good balance though. Like, still be respectful, still be kind, but also be yourself. And if people don't want to accept that, that is okay. Just be you, be genuinely you. I think that's really important. Important. My goodness, am I stumbling on words today?
Amen.
Another one, which might be a little bit ambitious, is buying clothes this year. I think I have a lot of clothes in my current wardrobe. I don't need any more clothes unless we're taking a family trip to the thrift store. The
Woo.
thrift stores are a McGaw family tradition. Well, we need to go
I'm
together.
like, can we not go to
No,
thrift
we can go
stores?
together. We can go
Did
together.
you not read my ins?
I did. I want to go with you, but whether we're going together or we're going on a McGaw family trip to Value Village, because Michael's family does these whenever his brothers are in town. We always try to make a trip to the village, and Value Village is a lovely, lovely, lovely thrift store up here in Seattle. Might actually be in the PNW. Actually, might
There's
be.
some in Canada.
Okay, there you go. So PNW. But yes, I don't need more clothes. I'm going to really try and step back from consumerism this year. So yeah, those are my outs.
Screw capitalism.
Yeah. Woo. Stop buying
Okay.
things.
All right. So, rapid fire. I'm going to go through my ins. My first in is fragrance. I just, I cut fragrance out in 2021 thinking that it would make me not have cancer, to be honest.
Fair.
But like it's just a sad existence and I just want to smell good. And I'm looking for more eco-friendly, sustainable, high quality fragrance, right?
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. I got trapped by the fern.
Yeah, how do you say that?
I don't know, fern. It's 2 F's though, so the you know
Fern.
fern. Yes, I got trapped by them, and I'm actually stoked about it. Okay, another in is medication. Um, my mother will be the first to tell you that you should just find your inner peace. um, but honestly, this medication, aka Prozac, has helped in so many different ways. It's just I'm a much more patient, gracious, and fun person to be around because of my Prozac. And I'm also like have made leaps and bounds in therapy in the past 5 months that I've been taking Prozac versus the past 4 years that I've been in therapy. So, like, I don't know, man.
You have come a long way.
It's phenomenal. Oh no, come back.
Sorry,
Okay.
screensaver.
Screensaver, yep. Another thing, iron supplements. I really don't like them. I don't feel too dandy on them, but I guess you need iron to live unless you're Fae, which I just wish I could be
Which
Fae.
we have a theory. We have a theory.
We do have a theory. Both of us are iron deficient.
Yes. Well, I think I'm recovering. I think I'm in the green levels, I think, at this point. I was very much so not in the green levels last January. I think my level was a 4. I think what is a healthy level? I think a healthy level is like 50.
It's 15 to 130
Is
or
it really?
150.
15 is the low. Okay, that
But
makes me feel
15
better.
is still really
It's
low.
really, really low. I think 30 to 50 is like low but still healthy, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So I was a 4. You were a what?
I don't want to talk about it.
So yeah, not great, but
yeah, so just getting those the theory. Yes. Sarah J. Maas,
Yes.
ACOTAR, if you've read it, Throne of Glass, right? So Fae don't like iron. So my theory is that Sarah and I are both Fae.
Yep.
And we're just resistant to iron.
Yep, watch out.
Yep.
We're coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what Fae do, actually. We're going to throw a ball and we're going to invite you, is what we're going to do.
What Queen Fae energy. You are invited to our Fae ball.
Yes, you are, but you also have to be iron deficient as well. So,
yes. And if you have wings and happen to be Illyrian, even better.
Yeah. Men might be on Iz's outs this year, but Illyrian men are not.
Oh my god. Okay, not on my in list, but I'm adding it. It's Cassian.
Just him.
Just Cassian. I want me some. I want me some Cassian. I would love to be Nesta. Whatever. Okay, moving on. Girl time. Enough said. I want more witch seances. I want to be more Wiccan this year, which isn't there a Wiccan thing tomorrow?
There is. Tomorrow is Imbolc. I would not consider myself Wiccan by any means because I am not thoroughly studied up on all that entails. I have been on like a semi-pagan Wiccan journey over the last 5 years, I would say, but by no means am I an inducted member into any coven, which maybe we're going to start our own coven.
That would be so fun.
We'll just be chill because we grew up very, very, very Catholic. And it took some time to figure out what we wanted to be. And I think I'm still confused on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still dismantling Catholicism and therapy.
Yep. Probably should be too.
Woo.
I love the singing though. The singing was the best part of it.
It's good. It is good. Okay. Genuine friendships, living in the now, dancing in the rain. Dude, who cares if your hair's gonna get messed up?
Yep.
I do, but whatever.
We used to do that in high school and people would think we were nuts.
Yeah, that's true.
It was fun.
Another in is communication. Just please communicate with each other and come from a place of curiosity instead of a place of like, I know all and I'm the best. And no, truth is, we all suck. So just
us included.
Yes. So just approach people from a place of curiosity instead of just assuming what they know.
Yes.
Especially
online. If you see another content creator or someone you follow online, please know you're seeing like 2% of what their life is actually like.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't assume because it makes our little hearts sad.
You know what they say about assuming?
What do they say about assuming?
It makes an ass out of you and me. Get it? Because like, how do you spell assume?
Assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be an ass. Okay. So another in is positive self-talk. I looked in the mirror today. Okay. Just goes to show Prozac and therapy. And I thought to myself, I am pretty.
You're gorgeous.
Which has not been a thought in my mind before. So yeah, I cried on my way here.
Oh, on the way to my house?
Yeah. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I've grown so much. Like, I don't need other people to tell me I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty.
You are beautiful.
pretty ugly. Got him. Okay, doing what makes you happy. Sparkly drinks. Who cares if they rot your teeth? Cheese. Who cares if it rots your intestines? And
Unless you're dating this girl, then you should care. This girl, did we talk about this in the last episode?
Yes.
Okay, I'll spare you. Welcome to Seattle, everyone. If you can hear the sirens.
I love my cheese. Don't take my cheese. Hobbies, multiple hobbies. Who needs one hobby they excel at? Just have 20 hobbies you're mediocre at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good. It's just there to have fun.
Yeah. Sad girl walks and also walking your cat. Yo, you need to walk your cats more. The fact that we walk dogs and not cats makes me very sad. And then
cats and strollers, though.
Cats and strollers.
Yeah.
Or harnesses.
If they will do that, because ours will not. They just like lay down and don't move. They don't really understand the concept.
Fair enough. And Pilates. I want to be a Pilates girl because that workout gives me joy and brings me joy. Goodwill retail therapy.
Okay.
I'm all about consumerism as long as it's a thrift store. Really looking for that fisherman core style. Doing our taxes is another in, and this is also just a friendly reminder to please do your taxes.
Big stress from Sarah.
We will not be fraudulent queens. We will be queens that do our taxes.
Yes, we will. Yep. We might pay people to do our taxes, but we'll still be queens for paying people to do our taxes.
I mean, fair enough.
I have like 25 1099s.
Also, now you need to drink. And my final in is things on the counter. I was talking with my coworkers the other day, and given we're in different generations, but they were like, yeah, I hate things on my counters, blah, 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 blah. Like, I just want my toaster and all of this off of my kitchen counters, where I'm like, what can I put on my counters to make my life easier?
Yeah.
Right? So I have this entire like coffee tea station on my counters, my toaster, my air fryer, my stand mixer. Like, just put it on your counters, people. Who cares?
I saw a post actually, and it was about how the more things are on your, like, not to an overcluttering point, but like a healthy amount of things on your counters makes it feel like homey and lived in. You know, I think the homey and lived in vibe is 2025.
I couldn't agree more. Like, I want homey and lived in people in my life. I want my area, my space to look homey and lived in.
Yes, that's another big thing too, is having like the notion of feeling like you have to do a massive clean of your entire house before people come over. I think there's something beautiful in visiting someone's house that's like lived in, where it's not like.
I'm not gonna lie, I pay people to clean my house, and
your apartment.
I understand that is a privilege.
Your apartment? Do you really?
I cannot stand. I'm okay with clutter.
Okay.
Ish. But I cannot stand like dust or dirt, or just like when I see the dust build up on my TV after a month, I don't want to dust it. I don't want to deal with it.
That's fair.
But it needs to be dealt with, or else I will think about it.
Fair. I think if it bothers you like that, I think that's completely okay.
Yeah.
For me,
it's self-care.
It is self-care. It is a form of self-care. I think for me, like, is over right now. I have a roll of wrapping paper sitting out. There's like a whole bunch of cords next to the TV. I could probably vacuum the floor around the carpet because the cats have tracked carpet on other places. So it's like not a dump. It just feels lived in.
Yep.
And that's okay.
All right. Quickly, what are your ins? Or I guess I don't mean to rush you, but I
need to be rushed now. I gotta go fly through these. No, it's okay. We have some time. It'll be fast. My first one is emails in the bath. For me, it is hard to get to emails. I'm really behind on a lot of them most of the time. So in order to do them, I draw a nice bath. I put some salts in there. I get a little peppermint tea with some honey, and I sit with a candle and I answer my emails. So that is how your email is finding me.
Hell yeah.
In a tub of water.
As long as you're not video conferencing.
No. There was a time though where my dad called me and I was like, and of course we proceeded to have like a 19-minute conversation, which my dad is a man of few words. We will have a 2-minute conversation at max.
This woman has sexted her dad before.
Oh my God. Yeah. Accidentally. I meant to send Michael, hey, sexy, but I sent it to my dad and he was like, what? And I was like, oh, I meant to send that to Iz. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, next on our list, aqua globes. Blast from the past. No, but Iz has these really cute, like, glass aqua globes for her plants, and I decided I needed some, so I bought some. So now my plants have aqua globes, and they're really fun.
They're a godsend.
They really are. Like, if you need to travel, they're good to go. Winter hobbies. This is where we're going to talk about fish tanks.
Fish girl.
Fish girl. Cleo. Cleo
Cleo.
Emma.
Emma.
I think it's important to have hobbies that are fun and not necessarily productive. You don't need to be productive 24/7. Just do something you like to do that makes you smile. And for me, it's my little fishy and shrimpy babies and snaily baby.
She really is proud of them. And honestly, it's like a joy listening to her talk about them.
Oh, thank
It's so
you.
fun.
Thank you. I just like whenever I get sad, I just pull up a chair next to my little 10-gallon tank and I just watch the fish swim around. It's very therapeutic. It's lovely. It's great for the winter time too because you can garden in your little aquarium and it's joyful. Brings me joy. Next up, setting clear boundaries with social media community. This does stem from today. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. This does stem from today's experience about the Target incident. Yeah, we're setting boundaries. If people are going to say hurtful things to me, either A, they're not getting a response back and they're getting blocked, or B, I'm going to say something and then you're getting blocked. I'm not dealing with it. I'm sorry.
Either way, you're ending up blocked.
Yes.
So
Because I love my community so much and it makes me so sad when people are so committed to misinterpreting what I'm saying and they refuse to understand. Like I had someone, okay, I posted on my story and whole like an entire explanation post about what was happening and basically saying how difficult it is to keep track of everything that is happening, including recent news with tragedies that are happening, wars that are happening. It is impossible for any human being to stay on top of every single social matter. And I think that's heightened as an influencer, content creator. You feel like you are somehow always behind. So I like posted about that, right? And someone commented saying the way I framed that argument was really, really horrible. Even though it's very clear her and I are on the both sides, she's just nitpicking from semantics. That's a problem. Don't tell your content creator friends things like that because it hurts. It hurts to receive something like that. So, yes, she did get blocked. Yes, I did respond to her, and yes, she did get blocked. So,
I think that deserves a fair enough and
yes, everyone
drink.
drink to that. Because I am a human being as well, as we all are. No one deserves to be treated like that ever.
We're all
We're all learning. We're all
We're all
here on this
learning.
planet to learn and love, live, laugh, love. Okay, next one is not as sad as that, but yes to novel experiences that slow down time. So if you ever feel like time is speeding past you at lightning speed, just do a novel experience and it literally will slow down time. Like go on a weekend camping trip, your days just feel so long and it's so nice. Or like take an aquarium day or I don't know, take a long distance walk. Maybe that's why I like doing those so much because they slow down time.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that is an interesting thought.
Yeah. So
Also, I still need to go to the aquarium and the zoo.
the zoo's fun. Well, the aquarium just opened that whole new part of it.
Yeah.
So that could be fun. Michael
I
and I really want to go. So maybe we should all go together.
also heard that the Point Defiance Zoo is really good too.
Ooh, okay. I need to go visit Point Defiance. People talk about it all the time, but I need to check it out for sure. But yeah, novel experiences are the key to slowing time down, and we are all about slowing time down in 2025 instead of racing through it.
Love that.
Because we have our whole lives, we don't need to race through it.
Yeah, stop living in the past or
Yes.
living for the future, or I guess in the future, in fear of the future.
In fear of the future, yeah.
Like,
If you
live
don't
in
do
the
a certain
present.
exactly. I think there's a fear like if you don't do a certain something now, you're not setting yourself up for success in the future. I think that's partially true, but also if you take it so seriously, you're not going to enjoy the present. So I think there's a healthy balance.
Yeah, I've read, and I mean, I don't think this is necessarily true. Like, it's definitely an overstatement. but those who think about the past too much, like, have a tendency towards depression, and those who think about the future too much have a tendency towards anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right?
That is very interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we'll
Um
let you chew on that for a little bit. That's an interesting take. I
Yeah.
like that.
All
Well,
right.
team,
Is that it?
I think we got through all of our ins and outs of 2025, even though we're a little bit late doing this. We hope you still enjoy them.
Yeah. We want to know your ins and outs.
Yes, we do.
So comment them on our Instagram, on this episode, wherever you would like to share them. We want to know.
We do, because maybe we'll be inspired. Because
Mhm.
I'm a person who is influenced and inspired very easily. I'll watch half a documentary and be convinced. That's my flaw.
I, meh, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a flaw. It is. It is. But it's also a great thing too, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's pros and cons.
Yeah, I was convinced to be vegan in 15 minutes.
Mm.
I was convinced to be a minimalist in 30 minutes.
Pros and cons.
Yep. I was convinced to do an unmedicated birth just by being aware of the movie or the documentary, The Business of Being Born. I've never even seen that before.
Which unmedicated birth is to be determined.
Okay. Of course, of course. Like it's what I want to do, but it's not. She's like, okay, like say the right thing.
No.
She's staring at me.
I'm a doula,
Yes.
so
Okay. If I need to be medicated, I am open to that route as well. Doula Isabella.
yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that in the first episode, but I'm also a Washington certified
Yes.
doula.
Jack of all trades.
Or licensed, certified, I don't know, same thing. But yeah, that's it.
That's what we got for you.
Well,
So we hope you have a good weekend ahead. If you're listening to this while you are walking or outside, love it.
look up for us.
See if there's some cute birds outside and say hi to them for us. If you're listening to this inside, hope you're cozy this winter.
Yeah.
It's supposed to snow here next week.
I know. It's
so
crazy.
excited.
Yeah. Well, may
everyone love togetherness. See ya next time.